Hello everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit about leadership in organizations. This presentation will cover the definition of leadership, leadership styles, what are some relevant skills, and challenges faced by leaders in the organizational context. Leaders are individuals that induce their followers to pursue objectives, and they do so by setting an example or persuading these followers. The role of leaders includes tasks such as having a vision, taking initiative, influencing people, solving problems, and most important of all, taking responsibility. An important characteristic of organizational leaders is their leadership style. This includes how leaders relate to others within and outside the organization, how they view themselves, as well as how successful they are. There are different leadership styles in the literature, but I will focus on four main styles. Autocratic leaders are all about centralizing power and telling other people what to do. Even though they are capable of making fast and effective decisions, they end up losing perspective of the diversity of opinions within the organization. They are not necessarily abusive, however, and as such, can inspire respect for their authority. Managerial leaders are mostly concerned with effectively running the organization and not as much with its vision. They are capable of fostering positive, efficient working environments at the cost of a sense of purpose and passion from their subordinates. Democratic leaders also foster good relations within the working environment, making the members feel valued by taking their opinions into account. However, there's rarely any room for discussing these opinions, and in the end of the day, he has the final word and assumes responsibility for his decision. Collaborative leaders go beyond taking opinions into account. They try to include everyone in the leadership process, empowering the group and promoting their ownership of the organization's goals. This style is not always time effective though, and it may also sacrifice management practices that affect the organization's efficiency. Furthermore, collaborative leadership sets itself apart by exploring the richness of culture, experiences, and skills present in the organization. Collaborative leaders need to be capable of building relationships, handling the inevitable conflict, and sharing control with others. It is important to understand that leadership styles are not rigid. Different styles might be more appropriate in certain situations. In an emergency, for example, there is no time to sit and discuss. Decisive action is necessary, so someone has to make decisions fast. Another distinction in the literature is between transactional and transformational leadership. Transactional leaders see all relationships as exchanges, and therefore will reward or punish his followers in the name of improving the amount of work done by the group. On the other hand, the transformational leader harvests his followers' hopes, values, and needs and uses them to craft a shared vision. He then encourages the group to pursue that vision and thus improve the quality of the work developed. Skillful transformational leaders include their followers in the definition and pursuit of the organization's goals, employ charisma to communicate their vision, share power, and serve as role models for their followers. A great example of transformational leader is Martin Luther King Jr. When he shared his dream with the US, he was actually sharing the vision of thousands of citizens that wanted to see an end to racism. He also communicated it with such charisma that his speech became an icon of the fight against oppression. The literature also describes servant leaders. These are leaders who see their followers as equals from whom they can also learn. The focus of the servant leader is on the common good, and his main purpose is to help other individuals fulfill their potential, as well as develop their own interest in becoming servant leaders. Paulo Freire revolutionized the education system in Brazil and beyond by exposing how it was oppressive to the recipients. He empowered people by stating that everyone brings their own knowledge and experience into the education process. As such, he is a good example of a servant leader. Leaders are also faced with challenges frequently. Some of these challenges derive from external sources, like the criticism or opposition from other people within and outside the organization, dealing with crises and disasters, as well as the challenge of working collaboratively. Internal challenges focus essentially on personality traits of the leader himself. These might reflect insecurity, defensiveness against criticism, as well as a difficulty in being direct and objective. Challenges that derive from the leadership role involve keeping the group focused on their shared vision, communicating that vision correctly, keeping the organization working while pursuing the vision, and also be constantly on the lookout for potential supporters. Effective leaders who are best equipped to deal with their challenges are usually those that show persistence and determination in overcoming them, but also those that have a vision, are open to input, and are able to find a balance between guiding their followers and collaborating with them. The ability to solve problems, to reach solutions together with the group, to understand the social dynamics affecting and being affected by decisions made, to think creatively, and to have knowledge of what processes are involved in leadership are crucial skills. Can you think of any others?